Everybody uses this. It is used to buy things that are essential to life and to get things that are just simply wanted. It is money. Where did money originate? How has money changed over time? Why is money so important? This is the little big history of money.
It all started with the Big Bang and the creation of stars. When the stars get old and die in supernovas, elements are spread all over the universe. Those elements are needed for life and money everywhere.
The concept of bartering and trading first started with animals helping each other out in a process known as symbiosis. In symbiosis, both animals of the arrangement gain something from it. For example, the aphid and the ant. The ant's favorite food is honeydew, which can come from the abdomen of the aphid. To get the honeydew, the ant would protect the aphid at night from predators.
Bartering began in 9000 BCE and first became big when agriculture, threshold 7, became big. One of the first forms of currency, or things that people began to trade, was livestock, such as cows and horses. People stopped using cattle and grains as a form of currency because it was too burdensome and an inconvenience.
Instead of cattle and grain, some parts of the world used cowrie shells in 12,000 BC. This was more efficient than cattle and grains because it was less burdensome and easier to carry around. However, this was not efficient enough because anyone could pick up shells from the beach. This made it too easy for anyone to gain and collect the shells.
Because cowrie shells weren't efficient as a form of currency in 1000 BCE, metals were used. Copper, bronze, silver, and gold were used as the currency. They were then turned into round coins and were used mostly by India, China, and other parts of Asia. Outside of China in 500 BCE, the first coins were made of silver and eventually took the shape of a coin. These coins were also stamped with the images of various gods and emperors to make them official. These coins first appeared in Lydia, and techniques were copied and improved upon by the Greeks, Persians, Macedonians, and eventually the Romans.
Mining was necessary to get the materials needed to make the coins. Mining causes many negative effects to the earth. Deforestation occurs because the land needs to be cleared before the mining starts. Deforestation also puts animals in danger because their homes are cut down. This is an issue because mining is still happening today. Geologists say that the surface of the earth is becoming more and more damaged. Now that technology has advanced, so has many ways of mining. Now acid and mercury are being used, and these substances harm the earth even more.
In 1815 BCE, China invented the first paper money. This was because China had so much territory and people that more coins were needed. China was already familiar with using paper as money because merchants used paper for long-distance trades. Through the 9th to the 15th century, early paper money had grew in production, which caused inflation and its value decreased. In 1455, the use of paper money in China disappeared.
The concept of credit came into existence because of the Age of Exploration in 1415. Explorers would need to be funded, so they asked the wealthy and promised to bring back goods such as silk and spices. The wealthy people would then fund them because when a colony was founded and riches would be discovered, they would get their money back and more.
In 1816, the government decided to back up their money with gold. This made the system called the gold standard system. This means that every bill or note that was printed by the government was backed up by a certain amount of gold. The gold standard system was abandoned because the value of gold would fluctuate, making it hard to have a certain value to the bill or note.
In America, instead of the gold standard system, fiat money was used. Fiat money is not backed up by a physical form of value. Instead, it takes the relationship between supply and demand rather than the value of the material that the money is made of.
Currently, credit cards, debit cards, and gift cards can be used to transfer money. There are also many other alternatives like using an app on your phone like PayPal or Apple Pay.
Because money is so integrated into life, it can affect people's choices. For example, people would choose a high-income job for better pay. The first reason would be to have enough money to support their family and have excess money to have for savings and things that are wanted for pleasure and entertainment. Some psychologists say that money can cause less empathy, cloud moral judgment, and is linked with addiction. Money has negative impacts on the human mind. Money has come a long way and has changed throughout the centuries. It made life easier and helped make the world become more advanced. Without money, we wouldn't have anything that we are accustomed to having. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed.